What's up everybody? In today's video we're gonna analyze one of my fights. This was in 2019 where I was fighting in the open class in the absolute division as a purple belt, and I fought I think it was about 120 kilo purple belt in I think this was the semi-finals, and I used a very nice guillotine variation to finish that fight. So first let's take a look at the entire fight, and then I'll walk you through everything I did, everything that was going through my mind, and how I got to finish the fight. So as you can see, there's quite a size difference between us. Whenever I'm fighting somebody bigger or a lot bigger, I just opt to pull guard. I don't want to take any risks fighting a stand-up battle, because I think there the size difference is even more important. Right, so my opponent already tries to pass, but I managed to sneak in a guillotine. Here I go for a regular guillotine, so no high elbow, no arm in. No arm in because it's a little bit easier to close your arms around a big neck when your partner has a way bigger neck and you have relatively short arms. Okay, so my opponent walks to the correct side, but I use the guillotine to flip him over. Now I go for my high elbow guillotine. Opponent still tries to go to his correct side to defend, but the high elbow blocks him and I manage to win the fight. So a lot of things happening there very quickly. I'll walk you through all of those a little bit slower now. So let's start with the setup of the guillotine. My opponent is going for a pass, he tries to fold my legs. I manage the distance, and now here I can get my head a little bit higher than his. When the head is higher, that means an entry for the guillotine. I fall to my side, very important detail, but my opponent defends by walking to the correct side. As you can see, his right arm, which should be going towards my neck to get a von Flue, is not doing that. He's just holding my hip and trying to put pressure on. That's actually what's stopping him from getting a good defense, so that still makes it possible for me to attack. So walking to the correct side, but as you can see here, his spine is really bent, and that's one of the keys in finishing guillotines. You want to bend their spine, bend the neck. Okay, so he leans to the side to release some of the pressure, but when you lean to the side like that, we can use a twisting motion to get on top and still finish the guillotine. If you watch my upcoming instructional, this is explained in all detail, so you'll see exactly how to use this twisting motion to get a guillotine, even when your opponent or your training partner goes to the correct side. I keep spinning him, and here I manage to get on top. My opponent doesn't want to give it to me, so he's gonna turn to his knees, and now I can enter my high elbow guillotine. When you get the high elbow, you prevent the von Flue, and even defending by walking to the correct side, it's not possible because the pressure is a little bit different. You don't need to be, it doesn't matter which side your opponent goes to. The high elbow guillotine will always be a finishing move. So let's look at that one more time. I make sure his head is below mine, and there I can catch the head. Now I scoot back and I fall to my side. I'm not falling straight back, I fall to the side, as you can see my patch on the back. I squeeze my guillotine, and here my opponent tries to keep my leg away, and he walks to his correct side to defend, not getting the von Flue. Now he steps, walks around, but I keep his neck bent. That's the key. I keep finishing pressure by bending his neck. Now he decides to grab around my shoulder, but the bend on his neck is tight, and I'm already squeezing for quite a while, so he's losing less and less. He's getting less and less oxygen. Now he tries to put pressure in to release the pressure of my guillotine. When he puts that pressure like that, so he leans to his side, it's actually quite easy to use the twisting maneuver to get on top. And like I said before, this is explained extensively in my instructional about the guillotine. I'll put a link below. Now, even though my opponent is a lot bigger, I managed to flip him over and get on top. He does not want to accept the top position, so he turns on his knees, and now I can enter my high elbow guillotine, which is a super strong finishing move. So even though he walks to the correct side, the frame of the high elbow makes sure he doesn't escape and that I have a very tight finishing pressure. And that's where I get the tap. So as you could see in that video, it is possible to get a guillotine choke even when your opponent is a lot bigger, and also when they defend by going to the correct side. To do that, you do need a lot of details, and everything has to be correct though. And because of that, I've made an instructional about the guillotine. You can get it through the link below, where I explain the entire system. So you don't just learn how to finish a standard guillotine from close guard, you'll also learn how to finish guillotines against bigger opponents, and also against opponents that know what they're doing, so that are defending in a correct way by going for example, to the correct side. And there are many more defenses that good opponents will use. And in my instructional, we'll discuss all of those common defenses, and we'll also discuss how to deal with them. So make sure to check it out. If you like this video, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. And also, if you have any questions about the guillotine choke, please leave them in the comments. I'll make sure to answer them in the comments themselves, or if it's necessary, I'll even make a video about it. So please don't hesitate to ask any questions. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.